So if you did hear some murmuring in the background, that was Roland Lefebvre. He's a KNCB High Performance Managers, has come down to check out all the high-tech sort of stuff we've been adding this week. Sorry about the camera and a few things slipping across the way, but just wanted to show all the little gadgets that we do have. Can Overdyke. Oh, that might be some extra runs as it slips down the leg side. It's a bit of a on. They should come in. I want to watch the umpire. So, runs just ticking along a bit more fluently now. They got about in 10s, do these two. That's well played from Overdyke. Nice looking drive once again from Overdyke, who's come out here and looked pretty good so far. As another over is complete, 91 for 5 after 23. Tendency at the moment, that's probably right, but you just can't count out the Netherlands just yet. Takes one good partnership of 30, 40 runs, even a 30-run partnership, that means they only require 60. That's the benefit of bowling so well earlier. So, can they just muster together a 30-run partnership and really liven this game back up for their chances to win? Maksud continuing. Down the leg side. Sometimes it feels like extras are the great reliever for the Netherlands. Well, that's a lovely shot, and that's going to be 4. Save your legs. Brilliant batting. As just things starting to turn again in this game. Van Koolwijk with a beautiful shot through mid-wicket. That takes the team up to 96. Play against the shots of the day so far. Oh, this time, a bit of a standing sweep. 4 to the total. We've seen it before in the cricketing world. The run's very important. These two running to find. They need to do it for an extended period. Can't be a flash in the pan. I think these two minimum get them to 120, as I mentioned. Get it down to 60 required with 5 wickets. It's back to evens for me. Overdyke, just watching the length pretty closely at the moment. We've been blessed with some good cricket this series already. Oh, it's more free runs. Well, their own sort of cruel mistress at the moment is Scotland with the extras. It's going to be 2 free runs again. The extras were a big part of why PNG got to the total they did against Scotland. They don't want to do too many here against the Netherlands. And that nice stroke down the ground will actually bring up the 100 for the Netherlands. So just a really well dropped into the leg side from Overdyke this time. So 101 on the board, 80 to win, and a mini partnership has begun. Good signs for the Netherlands. Scotland definitely still feeling pretty comfortable as well. So it's 22 overs complete, 101 for 5. A couple of people in the chat just saying, yeah, definitely still not game over. Well, this could be an enthralling afternoon of cricket. Darcy Carter to continue. They haven't really had the measure of her just yet. Came on, picked up the big wicket of Ira Swilling. I do wonder if they'll go back to Ira Swilling opening the batting in 50 over cricket. Just feel like she's one of those players you should just give a licence to, and if it comes off, it comes off. So that one is pushed. A circle, as you can see on your screen there, still squeezing with 4 very straight fielders. That's what the batter looks up at. Not easy to get it through those gaps. And there's one of them. Straight to cover, yeah, so it's almost like a giant square of fielders in front of you. And you've got to have some good batting prowess to those fielders. Cricket's not an easy game. Well, right on cue. Does get it through somewhat. A good hand down into the offside. That's well fielded by hovering at cover. Well, that's an aggressive stroke and really well fielded by Chloe Abel at mid-on. Got around to it, was able to keep it to a single. For a brief moment, that almost shot through for 4. As yet another over complete out here at VRA Cricket Ground, and just a partnership brewing that makes this contest very interesting. 103 for 5 after 25. So looks like we're going to have a Maksud picked up 3 wickets, was bowling pretty nicely. Decides it's time to go to Saskia Hawley, who the other day picked up 4 wickets and also hit an international 100. And cricket's a great level up. Was out for a 3rd ball duck today. But that doesn't mean it won't be a bad bowling performance from her. She's got every chance to pick up a couple. Another right arm off spinner, a bit quicker than the others. Very consistent as well. That one is flighted, however. And Kulvike sort of misses out on that. Did well to catch up with it. Swept it straight to 45. Another top ball. That one really is a drag down, and it's clipped away pretty nicely. That'll go for 4. And Kulvike coming out at number 6. 19 now. And a bit of a resurgence here from the Netherlands after losing a cluster of wickets. A couple of people asking in the chat if it's a tie. Is it a super over? I imagine that it would be. Another sort of drag down, and this has been hurting them the whole time. These extra runs, Emma Watson, the keeper, just got to get around to it. They'll come for a tight 2, but they'll get back and to middle. So this partnership blossoming here for the Netherlands. Can they stick with it? Chop down, not the right length to cut away. A little comeback from Hawley in the last couple of deliveries. As I mentioned, did pick up 4 wickets the other day. Wily customer. And there it is. That's the quicker one. Slips through. I said wily customer for a reason. Has that arm ball that really generates a bit of pace. And Scotland are very happy indeed at 110 for 6. They take the ascendancy again in this game. Van Koolwijk has to go. A well-made innings, but terrible time really to get out as the players will grab a refreshment. It's been a beautiful wicket out here. Actually produced from, I believe it's Blake. Yeah. B Ghetto, I'm being told, in the background standing over my right shoulder. But it's been a beautiful wicket. I think the players have just found ways to get out more than anything. This is a 230, 240 pitch for me. 180 in the first innings, 110 for 6. And Netherlands, still a bit of work to do. 71 runs required. Does offer up plenty of opportunities for the lower order, though, to be a hero. Not often you get relied upon with your batting. You never know, maybe today's your day. Hawley, I know her mother's watching in Sydney. She's been in the YouTube chat all day. Hope you've been nice and patient waiting for that wicket. Continuing on where she left off with the ball the other day. Darcy Carter to continue. Caroline De Lange has come out with work to do. Joins spin to win on this surface. Craftsmanship from all the bowlers, using flight, bit of guile. Batter. Picked up a wicket, Vera Swilling straight away also. And a good little spell here. A few supporters have started to pile in. Beautiful day out here in Amstelveen. It's an adventurous looking stroke. It's good batting really. They'll think about 2, but they'll have to settle for a 1. It's good mopping up from McColl there at deep backward square. So just trucking along here. The Netherlands. The wickets column's the one that's probably worrying them a bit. Healthy amount of runs required. 70 required. If these two can put on 20, get it down to 50 for the last 4 wickets, they can feel a lot better. On the field, watching on. As that is chipped in the air. And they won't take a 1. So get away with that. Another over complete. Have a look at that scorecard. 112 for 6. 26 overs gone. So back to the action. Saskia Hawley again. It's well dropped into the pocket from Overdyke, but this is where, hate to say, you start batting with the lower order. Running between the wickets is another facet of the game that gets a little bit more peculiar. There was definitely one on offer there. Maqsood is hovering tight at mid-wicket. Scotland here. She has to bat deep. Oh, back on the front foot. Pushing back, Hawley quizzing the umpire. Why is that? With one there. Plenty of voice out there from the Dutch dugout. 116 for 6. I mean, you had another 20 runs on the board with this partnership. It is definitely still game on. It could be on for an all-time classic here at VR8. Wickets looking beautiful. That's good. I do prefer when Overdyke's looking to get forward. Can't get caught on the crease first. This clever bowler. Well played. Really well played. That's the arm ball. Bit quicker. Got to press forward. It's okay to eat a couple of dots here. There's still a good, healthy 22 overs after this. Flighted delivery. Well driven. Well, he gets a hand on it. I'll just scamper through for a single. That'll bring us to the end of yet another over. That should tick over to 117 for 6. There it is. And takes us right down. 64 required. If it is a tie, a few people in the chat asking about what happens. This is an international 50 over game, so I'd imagine it would be a super over. People in the chat not happy on the go back and watch it as though they have to make decisions. So it's not always the easiest, is it? Looks like Darcy Carter will continue. Played. Spin to win for Scotland. For chipped. It takes a little bit of a tumble. It does quite well, actually. It was a half volley, a bit awkward. Saves 3. 1 on the board. Carolina de Lange. Look, not a tail ender, but coming out at number 8. And might give and sort of focus in on one end for the rest. Pushed into the offside. A pretty tight line to cut. Yeah, the ground looking beautiful today. They've put a lot of hard work into the outfield as well. Plenty of good hands at VR8 Cricket Club these days. I'll tell you what, if you are watching, if this doesn't get me on the main man's YouTube. Their feet here. Oh, plenty. Bit of self-preservation. If they can hang around, runs will naturally come. Like that. That's really good batting. That's going to run away. As they'll look for 2. Maybe push to 3. Probably not. Settle for the 2. That's okay. Nice from de Lange. Throws fizzed in. That takes him into the 120s. just has the feeling of a very good game on our hands. 120 for 6 after 29. So, back to the action. Hawley. It's quite well timed from Overdyke. Loud shout of yes as it races away to deep mid-wicket. So they're into the 60 required to win, 59 to tie. They'll be going in 10s here. This might chest out. Lunga, look out for that arm ball. I think that might have been it. And actually goes away a little bit. Good keeping there from Scottish keeper Ellen Watson. Follows up that arm ball with the quicker delivery. Looks like we've just... Camera 2's just gone on pause a little bit. Just dropped into the leg side for a dot ball. It looks like we'll have to use the wide a little bit while camera 2 up. Do bear with us. With the do a bit of a perception. That one is shorter and it's pulled away very hard. Despairing dive out there for 4 from Carolina De Lange. It gets 4 to the total. All of a sudden, 125 on the board, and if you rode off the Netherlands a while ago, man, you might be mistaken. Feels like we're going to be in for a really good game. Shortish again, and pulled away again. Back-to-back boundaries. And I tell you what, in the dugout, they're pretty happy with that. A 4 and a 4 just eases the tension. Looks like camera 2's back alive. And all of a sudden, look at that, 129 on the board. A game on. A good day of cricket this has been. Oh, an inside edge this time. Fortune favours the brave and it's racing away. They'll probably get 2. Oh, I think if... It comes out of nowhere. As we take a closer look at that scoreboard, 100. So, with some of the runs just flowing of late, does look like there's going to be a bit of a bowling change. I like the change. I'd go to Bell and Fraser now. Overdyke on 13, De Lange on 12. I'm sure there's a pretty nervous lower order sitting on the sidelines watching as well. Top batting from Overdyke. Really good batting. Just drops that one into a hole on the leg side and will get through for a single. Good partnership from the Netherlands here. It's been a peculiar sort of innings. Stop, start, stop, start. Oh, another inside edge. Boy, when it rains it pours. They'll just get a 1, but that easily could have been chopped onto the stumps. They hadn't had much luck at the top of the innings, but Seems like they're getting a little bit lucky now. Do create your own luck. Well bowled from Bell and deep into the crease. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Fraser again pretty shortly. Seems to have very good control. Pretty well played from Overdyke, just punching that one to Max Sood at mid-off. Still like the captaincy here. You can see on your screens, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket and cover very tight. Saying hit it over the top if you want to be brave. Well, it doesn't have to be brave. That's a really good cricket. Strokes racing away. And they should get back for two. It's a decent throw in. Oh, the big appeal. Not out. That was close. So 2 more to the total. How with this partnership, really does feel like we're on for a grandstand finish at VR8 Cricket Club. The rest of this series will be played out here. The men's start this weekend. It's a massive month for cricket in the Netherlands. Cricket everywhere, really. Someone is pushed straight back to the bowler. Umpire shouts over. That scorecard. 1-3-5 on the board. Don't worry about the overs. It's all going to be about the runs and the wickets column, isn't it? Feels like in the blink of an eye they got it down from requiring about 80 down to 46. Be very interesting to see the bowling changes here, and they do go with what my gut sort of felt seem to have very good control, and there's going to be those two in tandem. Hope you've all enjoyed this game wherever you're watching from. Up to 1.9k live viewers at the moment. Good if we can cross into the 2k for the first time. Get close, I reckon. Fraser, well bowled. I think the one thing with Fraser, you do have to get forward. Doesn't often drag it down. Oh, it's a bottom-handed slap from DeLunger. Lovely shot. And good running between the wickets. Shot off straight away for the single. Good game of cricket this. Could go either way at the moment. Overdyke steals a single here as well. It deflected off the bowler's hand and they'll get through. So 1 more to the total. That one a little bit more dragged down and pulled away. DeLunger's been pretty good at sort of spotting the length early. Coming out at number 8 with a fair bit of work to do. These two have definitely put on a healthy little partnership. Oh, for the first time today. Well, that one's really spun. It's been a very nice wicket. Sort of pushes that one through a little bit more. Boy, Scotland are racing through these overs. I think that's about 17 or 18 overs in a row on spin. You can understand why. It's been pretty effective for them. 139 for 6. 42 required for the Netherlands. 4 wickets for Scotland. Good game of cricket overall. Been topsy-turvy. Scotland lost a couple early wickets. Then Darcy Carter went on for a magnificent half-century. They lost into this second innings. Netherlands put on 48 for the first wicket, then lost 5 for 30. And they've had a couple of partnerships, the 5th wicket partnership and the 6th wicket partnership. And now the 7th wicket partnership going to work. like DeLunga, the number 8, already on 15. Does have a fair bit of power to her game. Maybe choosing her delivery here. It's actually very good batting. Just dropping that into the leg side. Didn't get tempted by the flight. Happy to take the 1. Overdyke. For me, still the key wicket is Overdyke. I think Overdyke, the more experienced batter. If she's there at the back end, I think she'll potentially take her team to a very good win. Oh, is that a little edge? Well, the reaction from the bowler was of despair, maybe just because it missed the off stump. Hard to tell from here. Overdyke just backs away, takes a moment to gather herself a little bit. That's hit pretty firmly to cover. They're still operating with cover mid-wicket, mid-off and mid-on. Very tight indeed. Dude, they're at mid-off again, so another over race through. I'm sure that is in the pretty nervous. If you can see in the sort of middle right of your screen, the scorecard, 140 for 6. These two on 17 and 16. Beautiful day out here in Amstel Vane. Well, plenty of people talking in the chat. We've got an over 2K, 2.2K viewers. Well done, chat, to get yourself in there and watching a very good game of international 50 over cricket between these very good sides. Old foes, you could say. Oh, that's the 1. Could have easily. From Fraser. Yeah, and we mentioned before, great to have so many viewers from so many different countries. Everyone was sending in the flag where they're watching from.